Hi everyone, my name is Umberto and this is the application that I've developed about music together with my friends Filippo, Giacomo and Manuel. This application is about visualizing music tastes, genres and artists. And on the sides of the application there are the user interfaces. This application is for two users so that they can share the music that they like and they can dig deeper into their preferences. The center part is the shared part, and as we can see on the top we have a timeline about genres and their popularity between 1940 and 2010. For instance, we can also choose to see the popularity of artists in the same period, and we can hover over an artist to have much information, more information, and we can also click on one and we see, for instance, that Elvis was pretty famous during 1960s. And also we can zoom it to get some more insights about the popularity of the artist. On the bottom part we have the map, which shows the where the artist came from, and on the right we have a force graph. The force graph shows the artists and link them accordingly to their shared genres. For instance, also, if we click on a particular genre, such as traditional folk here, we get highlighted all the genres that are shared, and they are all get colored in blue. And for instance, if we select another genre such as soul, all the subgenres such as soul Christmas, soul, and soul blues get highlighted in orange, so that we can have the idea of why some artists are linked together. In this application, the user can select, for instance, a particular decade, such as 1960s, and what happens is that on the map, only the artists from that period get highlighted, and also in the timeline, we see the best artists of 1960s, and of course there are the Beatles, and also the best genres of that period gets highlighted, and of course we have the British invasion. The best part of this application is actually the Explore part, which can be accessed by clicking on the bottom arrows in the user interface. This is a blank interface that can be used by both users to share their preferences. For instance, suppose that the left user, the blue one, loves Adele. Then he will select it, and what we see is the popularity on the top of the artist, which was very popular in 2009, and where the artist come from, in this case the United Kingdom, and it also get inserted in the force graph on the right, together with its genres, which is in this case pop. Suppose the user on the right selects a group that he likes, such as Beirut. Now also this group is inserted, and we see on top the popularity of the two artists that are compared, and on the first graph also the new artists get inserted, and because it shares some subgenres with Adele, which is basically indie pop, chamber pop and folk pop, we see that they have some commonality together. Also, what's cool about this application is that if two users shares the same preferences about artists, suppose also the blue users like Beirut. Now the timeline gets colored, the user gets colored with stripes of blue and yellow, and this means that this artist was shared between the two users. Also, what's cool is that on the bottom part of each user interface, we have some suggested artists, and in this case the vodka. So if we click, also these new artists get inserted in the map, in the timeline, and on the force graph, and we see that common artists get clustered together. Finally, we can select a particular genre, for instance, such as cabaret, and what we get in the application is all the best artists of that genre. On the timeline we see the popularity of this genre, which of course is very high in 1950, and also where those people were born. In this case we get Germany, and we see that for instance Marlene was born in Germany and her genre was cabaret. So this is basically all. Thank you.